Two main stages, t-shirt controversy, a lot of rain and a lot of sun. We go back in time to Download Festival 2010 on this week's episode of the LoadDown Podcast.
This is the LoadDown Podcast.
Good evening, Rosie.
Hello, Mike.
All right, as everyone can see, Johnny is not with us tonight. Johnny's little lad, Seb, is in for his tonsils out, so best of luck to Seb and
Yes.
Johnny and his family. But thanks a lot, Rosie, for joining us.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, we thought it was a good opportunity to do a bit of a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, which I don't have the greatest of memories. You will likely know more about the download we're going to talk about than I will remember, and I was there and you weren't.
Yeah.
So I don't have the best of memories, but I have done a little bit of homework to refresh my memory of it.
Good. So yeah, we're going to go to Download Festival 2010 tonight. So
Yeah.
an epic year. One I missed personally because I chose to go to Sonosphere that year instead.
I did both.
And you did both, didn't you?
I did.
You were busy that summer.
I was busy. I was going through it and
Yeah.
spent the time just go to festivals for
Well,
the first time ever.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And we went, as I was looking through your pictures, you went to see Them Crooked Vultures as well, not long
With
after.
Kate,
Yeah.
yeah, I went to see Them Crooked Vultures. Was that the same year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much just the week after Download because they must.
I was busy because then it was like straight into Sonosphere.
Yeah, amazing. So, little bit of podcast news to start. We've got some LoadDown Podcast patches.
For all our battle jacket wearers.
Yeah, we had a few requests to do patches, so me and Johnny just thought, should we just have a look and see what they're like? So we did an initial order, which sold out pretty much immediately. We've increased the order, and there's not many of them left. I think we've got about 23 left.
Amazing.
So yeah, if you want them, drop us a message on TikTok or Instagram, and we'll get them sorted. They're $5.50 plus postage.
So good.
And
And
we're
we'll be
selling
able
them at
to
cost.
identify everyone
Yeah.
for walking through the crowd.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Like they're coming Thursday actually. It's been
Oh.
pretty quick.
I need to start sewing actually. I do it every year. I'm like, oh, I've got loads of time, got loads of time. And then it'll get to like April and you forget how long it takes
Yeah.
to like individually sew them on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to get cracking with that.
I think I've got about 6 or 7 to do and absolutely no room whatsoever.
I haven't got that many, to be fair. I got a couple. Did I get a couple last year? I bought one at the when we went to see Maiden at the horse.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Cart and Horses.
Cart and Horses. That's it.
I
That's
forgot
the name
about
of
that
the
one as
horse,
well.
Yeah, I got one of them. I've got the LoadDown one. I've got a couple, but not loads.
I think I've got Green Day, which I added to after seeing them. We talk a bit about people always ask the question: are there hard and fast rules? But I have my own rule, which is I like to have seen them.
Yeah, but
it's
I
up to you.
don't think you do. I
No.
don't think you have to.
Oh no.
You know, especially like because I think it's really hard for like the back patch because you're kind of limited to get a patch of that size. And so Glenn, for example, his is the Scorpions because they're his favourite band. He loves the Scorpions, but he's never seen them.
No.
I don't think that's a problem.
No, I don't either. It's all I would say is actually make your own rules
Yes.
rather than it being just totally random. But yeah, I'm looking forward to sewing again. It's we've got a few people in the Discord that have just starting jackets as well, which is cool.
Good luck. I made a whole new one last year.
Yeah.
Which
Because we made your original one, me and Kate, didn't we?
You bought me it, so you bought me the jacket.
Yeah.
It's a little big for me now. Geordie, I still have it because Geordie, I wanted a hymn patch on the back, and I couldn't find one. So Geordie hand embroidered me a purple heartogram on the back of this jacket. So I still have it because I can't get rid of it because Geordie put so much work into it. But I did make another one last year, which seemed like a good idea at the time. But it took an awful long time.
Yeah, it's it's good. I don't know where to go with it. We've joked about battle shorts. And maybe
you've
that's
got to do
the
it.
thing. Yeah. And also I've been out up on the roof more times than the Drifters this weekend because the It is still leaking in.
And it's raining. The rain is getting heavier and heavier. So
It's not too bad. It's just like a little drip, but I just can't solve it.
if we both put our hoods up, everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah, or get electrocuted by the laptop, which is not far off the water
Off
source.
the drip.
What have you been up to, mate?
Busy, actually. I don't think we've seen each other since before Christmas. I admit, was it Ice Nine Kills was the last
Ice
time
Nine
we
Kills,
saw
yeah,
each other.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been busy after Christmas. House moves, buying houses. And we did the usual thing of buying and booking tickets to see loads of stuff last year. You then look at your diary, like in your phone, and you're like, shit, we haven't got a free weekend until March.
Yeah.
So we went to see Ginger, which I've got my shirt on.
Yeah, I spotted that before.
Went to see Ginger not last weekend, the week before. I'm losing track. In Manchester.
Who was supporting them? Was it?
It was Unprocessed.
Ah, yeah. We joked about the logo, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had a bit of a quiz going as to what the hell it said on the back.
They were good. Ginger were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What a woman she is.
She's incredible.
We've watched a lot of I've seen them live twice now, both at Download.
Yeah.
And we've watched me and Glenn have watched a lot of them on YouTube and stuff. But it was so different seeing them at their own gig. She was so, not that she isn't engaging on stage, but maybe it's because you see someone on the main stage. It's
away.
so hard to get that connection, isn't it?
Yeah.
But she was just on such great form. They were fantastic.
Amazing.
And then Sunday night went to Birmingham, went to watch Florence and the Machine.
Oh, wow.
Bit of a different vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good. Slightly disappointed because we were like, we'll go into, I've never been to Birmingham before. We'll go into Birmingham, we'll do all the Aussie stuff, we'll go to the Aussie exhibit.
Yeah.
About one day a week it's closed, and that's a Monday.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, so I didn't get to see it.
that's a shame.
And then this weekend we're back in Manchester. We've got to see The Cost on Thursday.
Right.
And then on Saturday I get to see the Deftones
Oh,
for
amazing.
the second but first time.
Yeah. As we'll cover in. That was 2013. You didn't see him.
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Why didn't you see him in 2010?
I went to see him.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
We're jumping the guns.
We are, but yeah, I went to see him instead.
Yeah. That'll be good. Is that the co-op?
Co-op, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good in there. Good sound. Yeah. We've had a little bit more download news in that the beer has been not announced, but it's there.
It's there.
Yeah, so we knew that the brewery was changing and the supplier was going to be the supplier that does Stella, Corona and all that sort of stuff. But Download has now added to their site that it's going to be Budweiser.
I'm not a beer drinker. I am sat with one in my hand. But it's a zero. It's an alcohol-free. I'm not a big beer drinker. So I don't really want to comment, but I'm led to believe it's not the greatest drink.
No, it's not massively different to Carlsberg in that it's weak, fizzy water, really.
Yeah, that you're going to pay a lot of money for.
Yeah, it's just the difference is it's brewed with rice. But I don't hate it. I don't love it.
The one I like is if I am going to drink a beer occasionally, I like a Corona.
Yeah.
With a lime in it. So I'm a bit disappointed it's not that, but I wouldn't have been drinking a lot of it anyway.
No.
Tend to stick to the white.
I'm glad it wasn't Stella. I'd be
oh my God.
absolutely off.
Can you imagine?
No. Hell,
drinking pints of Stella in the sun all day.
Yeah, there'd be some edgy people there.
Yeah. Those pits would get really interesting really quick, wouldn't they?
Just a full-on scrap. And we've also had some bands pretty much ruled out now.
Yeah, disappointing. One of them in particular. I am disappointed in one of them.
Yeah. So we were hoping first was one of Johnny's top hopes, and Rob Bamber, one of our pals, he's a big fan of Bill Murray, who we saw supporting Sleep Token, and they were excellent. But they have announced a UK tour.
Which is good. Good for the fans. They get to go and see them, but disappointing that they're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the timing though, isn't it? Everything at once.
It's always the same. It's like a flurry. You get a flurry in the summer of everything back to back. And then you always get a flurry in like November, December time, just before Christmas when everyone's busy and no one's got any money. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not great. And we've also had Papa Roach.
That's the one I'm gutted about.
Are you going to go?
I think so, yeah.
I'm very tempted.
Yeah, me and Glenn had a bit of a crack about it, just saying we probably will go.
Yeah.
But would have loved to have seen them again at Download. It's been so long.
Bizarrely long.
It makes you think that, I know it's been discussed on the podcast, Johnny have said before, that something's gone on. There's been a bit of that there's just a reason that
It
they're not
just
doing
seemed
it.
like the obvious band.
Yeah.
And for them to not have played for now 13 years, and if it's next year, it'll be 14, just seems ridiculous.
And with them doing all the European festival run and stuff, it's like the obvious omission, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it seems odd given the length of time and the fact that they are on a festival run in Europe.
Yeah, and they're on a bit of a peak in popularity at the minute.
They're riding that kind of new metal wave, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rightly so. Make the most of it. But yeah, they're on the up. Say on the up. On the way back up, I guess.
Back up, yeah.
So yeah, I got it.
Massive venues as well.
I know. Well, isn't everyone in a massive venue these days?
Well,
but
Mika. I can't get over it. The amount of bands that you think, how are they?
Everyone's an arena.
Everyone's
band.
an arena act, and I said it before, but I just love more intimate gigs. So
yeah, like we saw Ginger at the Ritz.
Oh, I love the Ritz.
Great, such a great venue.
Yeah.
So small, so intimate. You get such a good atmosphere. But then I'm at the Co-op on Saturday to see Deftones. So
I don't hate the Co-op for that though. It feels more intimate than it is.
I agree. I think it's how low down those seats seem to be that you don't realise. I think I was surprised when we were at Ice Nine Kills and you said it's the same or bigger than the AO arena now in Manchester, which surprised me because that place feels
cavernous, doesn't it?
Compared to the Co-op, which feels a lot more intimate. You definitely wouldn't have put them at the same capacity.
No, it almost feels like a bigger version of like Manchester Academy, where it's like a big rectangular room, but then they've added some seats at the side. I think it's good.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a pain in the ass because it's outside of Manchester, but
they do it all right, don't they? You can get in and out pretty well, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, and we've had other tours. The Shinedown as well.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I tell you what, there's another one that's. Have you seen the Alexis on Fire and Billy Talent?
Oh yeah.
Like again, it's like right after Download.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's the 24th of June at Wembley, like Wembley Arena.
Yeah.
But just the most awkward time, the most awkward place.
The most awkward place in the most awkward city because Wembley Arena is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I've never been, and I've always actively avoided it.
It sounds shit. It's a pain to get to, and yeah, it's just I've only been once, and I just found it a really unpleasant experience.
Yeah, I mean, I love Alexis on Fire, and it's 20 years since Crisis, which is incredible.
God, I saw him on that tour.
20 years, and that is one of my favourite albums of all time. So I would love to see him play it in full. But I think they are doing Outbreak, aren't they?
Yes.
The headlining Outbreak.
Yeah, playing Crisis in full as well there as well.
Yes. So I don't know. I've got a lot on, so I haven't booked it because I keep doing this and booking things and then getting to it and thinking, God, but I'd go to Outbreak over going down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and Shinedown as well.
Shinedown.
We'll start to see more and more of them, won't we?
So Shinedown of Wembley jumped the gun and put Shinedown, Coheed and Cambria, and it was third.
I saw the poster.
Those Damn Crows.
Okay.
And that is an excellent lineup.
Coheed and Cambria seem an odd mix in the middle of those two.
Yeah, two sort of
like middle of the road kind of rock, bluesy
radio rock sort of stuff.
Great, not
not a criticism.
But then Coheed and Cambria in the middle seems
very proggy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Coheed and Cambria in years. I'd really like to see them again. So it's another one that's tempting. I'm not the biggest Shinedown fan, if I'm honest, but I've always liked everything I heard. I've just never really thrown myself into it.
I'm a bit like that. Always like what I've heard. There's a few songs like everyone likes Sound of Madness and singing along.
Yeah.
I caught a little bit of them last year.
Yeah.
Just in passing. They can be a bit corny, can't they, for my taste.
It's very speech heavy.
It's very speech heavy,
yeah.
But they sounded good. They sounded great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got big hits. So.
Oh yeah, massive.
Where are they playing?
Well, the only one leaked was Wembley, but they'd already done a bit of a teaser, and they'd showed. I think it was Manchester, Dublin. Right. A good few places on there, so it won't be just London, thankfully. Because I'm sick of ones that just turn up. Yeah,
you're like UK tour and it's Wembley.
Yeah, it's not brilliant. So yeah, that's what's going on in the terms of tour announcements and download news. Really, we're still waiting on an announcement, which surely
imminent.
Yeah, within the next week or two.
It's got to be.
a lot of bands are leaking the days they're playing.
Yeah, tour announcements are coming thick and fast now, aren't they, for the
Yeah.
summer? So you're seeing the download days pop up.
Yeah, a lot seem to be on the Sunday.
Yeah, I keep seeing a lot on the Sunday. I'm
Mm.
sure I saw Tom Morello's was on the Sunday, but then I couldn't go back and find it anyway. I might
No.
have dreamt it, but I'm sure Tom Morello was on the Sunday.
We've got All American Rejects on the Saturday.
Kubla Khan on the Sunday.
Yeah. It's just going to be a busy year.
There's always one day, isn't there? I think everyone always has one day that weekend where you just have mental clashes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, talking about that, should we have a quick break and then go straight into Download 2010?
This is the LoadDown Podcast.
So, Rosie, we're going to go back
Oh.
in time to your first Download Festival.
First ever, 16 years ago. I know.
That's mad.
Where does the time go?
Do you wanted to go for a few years before then? Or
I wanted to go the year before, but couldn't. Jodie had obviously been.
yeah.
I think Jodie first went in she was a teenager. She went with the mam when she first went. I think she was 17, 16.
Yeah, I
something
thought
like
she
that.
went about Did she go 2006 when Tool were playing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because she famously didn't get to see Tool because a man
Yeah.
made her set up camp because they got there on the Friday.
Ah.
So she'd been going for a long time. I don't really know why it came about in 2010, why that was the year that I could go, but yeah, first ever festival, first ever download.
Yeah, amazing. So if you have a quick glance over the headlines, the very first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got.
It was a big one.
It was a big
one.
year.
Yeah.
I mean, AC/DC rocking up at Download has happened once.
Yep.
And obviously Donington legends.
With their own stage.
Yes. Yeah. That's so. Yeah, that's a good point because I've put I'm going to steal a little bit from Wikipedia here because it's got actually quite a good summary of it. So the Download Festival, which just I don't know, doesn't sit right with me, was confirmed to return for Donington on the weekend 11th 13th of June. The campsite's opening on the 9th. My thing's in the wrong place here. On 25th of January, 9 bands were announced at the official Download website. So that's an interesting point straight away.
Yeah.
25th of January. So we would have only just had
And
first
only
announcement.
9 bands.
Yeah. Christ, we'd have been scrambling around for content for the first 3 months.
Thank God 2010 wasn't the year of podcasts.
So then that was only one band. They added some. I remember because it was AC/DC. They added a few of the main stage Friday bands on there, and then 15th of Feb, Rage Against the Machine and Aerosmith were confirmed as the other 2 headliners. So there's 5 more bands confirmed a few hours later. So it was just all over the place. It's very random. Saxon performed their Wheels of Steel album in full, commemorating the 30th anniversary. And it was the 30th anniversary of rock festivals at Donington Park since the first one, which Saxon performed at in 1980. So that's an interesting point as well, because I remember the merch, they did a lot of, around it being 30 years of Donington Park rock festivals. Since then, they kind of seem to have resisted any link to Monsters of Rock, but they were quite keen on it that year.
Yeah, don't get it anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's very much Download,
And it's a different festival.
It's a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Which, to a certain extent, I do understand it.
Yeah,
with
you got to move on.
The change in the demographic and the change of vibe of the festival.
Yeah.
I do get it, but it is a shame because it does have that legacy behind
Yeah,
it.
that's the right word as well, isn't it? The legacy. It's a shame because Download wouldn't have happened without Monsters of Rock, and even if it isn't linked, it's definitely
On the shoulders of.
It's a shoulders of and a spiritual connection at the very least.
Definitely.
So it was announced on 16th of May that second stage would be renamed the Ronnie James Dio stage in tribute to the singer who died of cancer on the same day, 16th of May. So they announced that as soon as it happened. It was also announced that the main stage would be called the Maurice Jones stage after the co-founder of Monsters of Rock, who also died the previous year. I remember it being called the Maurice Jones stage, actually. Aside from Dio, there was sadly memorable for other deaths. Download would be the final show for Y&T bassist Phil Kennemore, who died 6 months later, and Killing for Company drummer Stuart Cable, previously of Stereophonics, died the week of the festival, which the band was meant to play.
Oh, okay.
Which is sad. The Body Takeover ran for the second year in a row on the Thursday, featuring bands Silent Descent, Fallen Fate, Jackknife Holiday, and Sister Scalpel, as well as singers, DJs, and a burlesque dancer. Just one.
Just a singular burlesque dancer.
That's how the budget would spread to. And also, of course, as you said, AC/DC played on an exclusive stage next to the Maurice Jones stage, allowing the band to utilise their full stadium show. This marked the first time a headliner had ever brought their own show on stage, and all the other bands played on the other stage.
They did. It was odd.
It's the first time it was clashless as well. Maiden get a lot of shit for that, but it was AC/DC that was the first clashless band
on stage. So everyone else, I remember watching them Crooked Vultures before them on the main stage, and then they had the whole of the stage, which was amazing because they brought the full show with them. And it was my first time at any festival, never mind just Download. I'd never been to a festival before. So it was an amazing experience. What I remember about AC/DC was the volume. Only time I've seen AC/DC, but I do remember you saying you'd seen them like inside somewhere, like at an indoor arena.
Year before in Dublin.
And I remember them coming on and like that train, that squeal of that train, and being like, what is going on? And we were like stood outside, obviously. And I remember saying to you after it, like, how do you tolerate it inside? Because it took a few seconds for like your hearing to adjust to it, to be able to like, what am I listening to? I can't imagine that in a confined space, even if it is an arena.
They are an incredibly loud band.
Yeah, it was very loud, but it was amazing. I remember, like I said, my memory's not great. I do remember them singing a whole lot of Rosie. I do remember that. I remember there was a guy next to us with a young lad on his shoulders. It probably would have been about 7 or something like that.
Right.
And this like young lad just screamed and sang along every single word to every single song. It was amazing.
That's nice. We talk a lot about kids at Download. I'm all for kids being allowed to attend if they're into it.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
I would like imagine if I took my lad, he's 8. He'd hate every second of it.
He'd be bored. Yeah. He'd hate it, and you'd be miserable because he'd be bored and miserable.
Yeah. Whereas you think it's there's so many kids that love the music, and you know they've got the battle jackets on, and they're absolutely loving it. Then that's a whole different thing. But so it's I guess it just depends on the kid.
Yeah, it was funny because I know about Download, but at Sonosphere the same year when Maiden were playing. As I was walking back, I think I was going to the toilet. I was walking back from the toilet. This lad walked past with his dad, and I heard him go, "Dad, like, so after the show, where does Eddie sleep?" And he was like, "He goes home with Bruce, mate."
But other than that, you've just got a mad lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, the Friday, it's probably less so, but even so, you've got them Crooked Vultures, Kill Switch, 36 Crazy Fists, Bullet, Coheed, A Day to Remember, Anathema. You've got some other big bands further down, and the acoustic stage, which hasn't been there for a long time.
Yeah, I forgot about that because I think one of the years that I went, I don't think it was this year, I think it was a later year. Corey Taylor did an acoustic set on that stage, so you got some like good acts on that stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did have to look through the lineup, and it did refresh my memory. I remember watching. We kind of stayed on main stage all day Friday.
Yeah.
I remember watching 36 Crazy Fists, Kill Switch. I remember watching them Crooked Vultures because I was a big fan of that album.
He was not. There's rumours and speculation that Dave Grohl did not enjoy himself.
I wonder why. Is there reasoning behind the rumour?
The reasoning behind the rumour, I think, I mean, the two main stages were controversial. So if you imagine you're the main support essentially to AC/DC and everyone stood on the stage next to you and not watching, would probably piss me off.
Probably, but it's AC/DC.
Yeah.
Do you know, like if it was, I don't know, any other band, you'd probably be like, yeah, this is, but it's AC/DC, you kind of suck it up.
Yeah. And he's a massive AC/DC fan himself. But apparently wasn't, too impressed with the reception they got.
Maybe
And
that rules out
the Foos.
the fees for we've booked a headliner that's never headlined before next year.
Maybe.
Maybe it rules him out if he's not happy with it.
So early doors, you had 36 Crazy Fists, Anathema, who we saw supporting him. First time, your first gig.
My first gig.
First metal gig.
First
I
metal gig.
wasn't gonna throw you under the bus there, mate.
I am proud of my first ever gig. I will tell anyone that will listen that my first ever gig was Halloween of 1999, and I went to see Steps.
Fair enough. I'll give you that one. Get them in the doghouse on the Thursday.
Oh, don't joke.
That would go off.
Don't
I would
joke.
love that.
Yeah, would love that. I will tragedy away.
Interestingly, you also had Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah, with the coattails.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
No, not that I remember.
And you also
Which
had.
sad now, actually.
Yeah, it is.
The things you regret.
A Day to Remember. Pretty low down on second.
Low down.
Lawnmower Death, which is a band that you love the name of.
Yeah, me and Jodie love that. Just, I can't say that I know their music particularly well, but I just think what a great band name, Lawnmower Death.
It is really good. Then you had Coheed and Cambria.
Yep.
Clashing with Killswitch as well. So that's, again, quite not similar, but
yeah,
they would share fans, I think.
We watched Killswitch. At least I remember I watched Killswitch. Jodie might say that she might remind me that I can imagine she went to watch Coheed and Cambria. And we're not the type that will sort of stick together. We're more than happy to go our own way. So she might have watched Coheed and Cambria because I know she's a big fan, but I watched Killswitch.
Interestingly, like the third stage must have been smaller back then, because like the headliner was Job for a Cowboy.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there'd be some fans that correct me, but it's not the caliber of band that you get.
Headliner you'd get now.
No. And then Bullet and them Crooked Vultures clashed.
Yep.
And then, so we've put in the title about the T-shirt controversy. So did you buy a T-shirt, a download T-shirt?
I did not.
So AC/DC were not on the T-shirt.
Why?
They must have wanted their own merch and refused to be on the T-shirt. Oh, well, this is another thing, like, people will end up giving Brian Johnson shit over something that a marketing team will.
Yeah, it'll be someone in a PR firm in London or New York or something somewhere for a...
If you see it, there's just the poster, but with a gap on the top left,
That's
which
shit.
it's shit.
It's shitty, but also it's quite a cool thing to have now.
Yeah.
But at the time, that is shitty.
Yeah, and it'll have... I mean, they'll have paid... I believe they paid AC/DC somewhere in the region of about £4 million. For them then to sort of not be on the T-shirt, which will affect your own T-shirt sales.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, we'll do it, we'll take the money, but we don't want to be associated with it.
Yeah.
And that is, it's shitty for the festival, but it's shitty for the fans as well.
Yeah, it's like they've put an AC/DC show on next to Download Festival, which is a shame. However, they brought in the downloads capacity. It's one of the biggest days at Download ever. Yeah, over 100,000.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looked insanely busy.
It was phenomenal. Like for me to be able to say the first headliner I ever saw at any festival was AC/DC. It kind of sets you up for failure after that. Like, where do you go from there?
I'll tell you where you go. You go to Rage Against the Machine.
You do go to Rage Against the Machine, although I'm going to really embarrass myself when we get into this.
I know what you'd say. So next day, you've got Rise to Remain, which is amazing because Iron Maiden weren't playing. They usually just get dragged along with them. You had Hell Yeah, who we saw opening for Avenged Sevenfold. Later that year, wasn't it? 2011, 2010.
With Stone Sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously with Vinnie Paul, Atreyu, Rolo Tomasi. Then you had the Blackout on the acoustic stage.
The Blackout on the acoustic stage.
That's mad. Like, it's not stuff that works. Amazing.
It's great though.
You had Flyleaf.
Yeah, so I, again, refresh my memory looking at it. We stayed on main stage all day.
Right, okay.
Up to a point. So yeah, I remember Atreyu and Flyleaf, Five Finger Death Punch.
And My Passion were on the Ronnie James Dio stage, who Kate used to work with the singer, didn't she?
Did she?
Yeah, he was a chef. So I wonder if he rocked up in all the, like, white makeup and...
Like full corpse fit.
Yeah. Five Finger Death Punch.
Yep.
I'm guessing you stuck around for them because you were
quite a big fan back
in the day.
Still am. Yeah. I haven't listened to the newer stuff for a while.
No, that's my caveat with them. I'm still a fan of the music from back then.
Yes.
They just went a little bit bro metal.
Yeah, they took a turn into an area we won't get into.
Yeah.
But they took a turn.
And again, the third stage is quite strange. Rock Sugar, Jenny Torches. It's like, then you've got Hailstorm.
Hailstorm. So that was the first time I saw Hailstorm.
Was it?
Yeah. So we stayed at main stage all day because it was like, I think it was like Lamb of God comes up and Megadeth and stuff like that. But at some point, I think we went to get food, if I remember rightly. I'd never heard Hailstorm. I had heard them because that album had come out, the first album, and I'd heard Familiar Taste of Poison.
Right. Yeah.
So and I Get Off, and like the singles that they'd released, so I knew of them. And I think we'd gone to get something to eat, and we were by the tent, and I remember hearing Familiar Taste of Poison.
Right.
I mean, like, I know that song, and going in, and I think I caught the last two songs.
Wow.
So I didn't see all of them. But it was the first time I ever saw Hailstorm, who are now my favourite band, my most favourite band, and I think at last count I've seen them 11 times now. So that was the first time.
Amazing. That's big numbers there. And you had Volbeat on second.
Didn't go see Volbeat. No, I don't think I'd even listened to Volbeat at that point.
No, I hadn't when they played in 2013. Didn't even see them. Then very classic rock on, which is, again, I looked at this Clash Finder before and very aware that they were more careful in curating stages.
They were, yeah.
It wasn't random move around here. Although it's like, if you were there on Friday for AC/DC, you're probably going to be there watching Enough's Enough, Y&T, Skin, and Michael Monroe on the third stage. So it makes a weekend for all those people. And the same if you're watching Rage on the Saturday, you might have been at Bullet on the on the Friday. So I think that's a shame that they don't do it a little bit more like that.
I think that, they tend to do. This is just my interpretation of it. It tends to more be days now.
Yeah.
They tend to theme it by day, which I think is probably aiming for those day ticket sales, which I understand. But I do think it's a shame for, like you say, the people who have got a very specific musical preference, who want to go for the full weekend and maybe have a really good one day, and then they're like, oh, it kind of feeds into there's always a day that everyone has where it's just clash.
Absolutely mental, yeah.
Yeah.
So then you missed Megadeth.
Yep.
I didn't even have to ask that. Then the Blackout on second, and then Deftones and Hymn Clash.
Deftones and Hymn Clash, which for me is like Sophie's Choice.
Yeah.
And I went to see him because I'm just like a diehard Hymn fan.
I'd definitely gone to see him as well.
I love Deftones, and we'll be seeing them again this weekend. But so me and Emma, because it was me, Emma, and Jodie. I'm guessing Jodie stayed for Deftones. It was because I remember it was me and Emma watching him on second.
Yeah. What was second like back then? It's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. What I do remember of that is it was quiet.
Right.
It didn't have. It wasn't like an Evanescence sort of size crowd. Not that anyone could be like an Evanescence size crowd on that stage again, but it was quiet. I remember watching him, and the thing that'll embarrass me when we get to it, it was quiet. Understandably so.
So this was only the second year that the main stage was in the position it is now.
Mm-hmm.
The year before was the first time it had gone there. The year before, so I was looking at the map before. The year before, the main stage had moved there, and things were a bit different. 2008, it was totally different, and then 2007 was the last time it was on the inner track. Which, as a download geek, I always find interesting the little move around, and also what I saw the RIP. The access camping, disabled camping as it was then, is where the Dogtooth stage is now.
Oh, okay.
So it was up on that hill.
Not very accessible.
No, a bit very awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been hard work for wheelchair users. Having to come straight out and straight down a hill, or in the dark back up that hill.
Especially in the weather, which we will get to when we get to Sunday.
So yeah, so you stayed around for him, and then I'm guessing you didn't watch Rage Against the Machine and went and watched our favourite cult leader.
Our favourite cult leader. I was 19. Let's just preface it. So I did catch Rage. I did see the end of Rage, but this was back when the stages did clash.
Yes.
So Second clashed with Main, and it was Rage Against the Machine headlining. And because I was 19, I went to see 30 Seconds to Mars.
I'm going to say at the age I was then, I probably would have done the same.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan. If I'd have had proximity to him, I'd have joined the cult at 16. Like I was a big Jared Leto fan back when I was a teenager, like with The Kill and A Beautiful Lie and all of that kind of stuff, like Attack, and I was such a fan. Like I went to see them, I met them, I was a proper fan.
I've met Jared Leto as well. Yeah. I high-fived him and he had a rubber glove on. So that's what he thinks of his fans.
What a prick. So yeah, me and Emma stayed and we watched 30 Seconds to Mars, which I enjoyed. Like not a regret necessarily, because I enjoyed them, and then I did go and watch the end of Rage.
That won't have been A Beautiful Lie too. Was that This Is War?
This Is War, yeah. Beautiful Lie was like 2006 or something.
Yeah, I saw him in 2007 or 8, and that was the Beautiful Lie tour.
Yeah, I saw them in 2006. I think when I saw them in 2006, I went to Liverpool with Rach Killip, or Kate now. And I think that was their first time in the UK. It was at like a academy. It was a tiny little show. Yeah. So I think that was the first time. I think like The Kill had just come out, and it got, obviously that like made them enormous to make that song. So
it's a great song.
It is a great song.
And his voice was unreal back then, and he didn't seem as weird as he seems now.
I think he probably was as weird.
Oh, probably he didn't seem
as weird. Yeah. It's as they get older.
Yeah,
it's when you maintain that level of weirdness into your 50s.
Yeah, it must be weird. I mean, since a teenager, he's been like worshipped like a god.
Yeah, super famous and like.
Are you going to say super fit then? Like, no. I mean, yeah.
No, super famous, but he is a gorgeous looking man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, not so much anymore. He is giving cult leader vibes now.
He's got a bit Russell Brand, hasn't he?
Yeah, they go that way when there's something coming.
Yeah, like the Johnny Depp sort of way. Hide it with a beard and a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. There was some great songs on that album as well. So
it's a fantastic album. I really like the album before it as well, like their first album with like Attack on it. That's a great song.
Was Attack on the first one?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. Echelon and all
Echelon,
that.
Yeah. And they kind of just went downhill after that. I didn't mind This Is War. It's got a few good songs on it, but I felt like
went a bit Kings of Leon-esque.
Yeah, and that album, I started to think they were believing their own hype.
Yeah.
Or he was believing his own hype.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. So that's a cracking day. So what our friend Rosie, Jodie, she's chill now, isn't she? She's very chill.
She's very chill now.
She wasn't always like that.
No. So Jodie now, who will be listening to this from her self-built house in the jungle of Bali, is a very different person to what she was. She doesn't drink anymore, she doesn't smoke anymore, she's vegan, she's all of those things, but she was very different.
She's still a lot of fun.
She's the best. She's so fun. She doesn't drink because she doesn't need to drink. She's so much fun, and she's coming to Download with us this year, which is amazing, and I can't wait to get her back there and just experience Download with Jodie again. But yeah, so she'd obviously been a few times before, so she knew her way around, and we drove down in her car and camped up. Me, her and Emma camped in a tent we borrowed off her dad. Couldn't put it up, so we ended up having to ask these guys next to us who looked at the tent was very similar, and we didn't know how to put it up, so they came over and helped us. And as you do in that situation, you just start drinking with your neighbours, and we all got very, very drunk. And the next day, I won't go into the details of that night, not because anything untoward happened, but because it might embarrass Jodie a little bit. She was very drunk. But the next day, I remember waking up like quite hungover, but 19, so dealing with it.
Yeah.
About 6:30 in the morning, and Jodie sat there just in like full get up with a fag in one hand and a can of Carlsberg in the other, just like 6:30 in the morning on her own. She then proceeds. This was before we had like Bluetooth and everything. It's 2010, so we took like a CD player that you could put a cassette in that you plugged into your iPod.
Yeah.
And so we had that to listen to music. And for whatever reason, on Jodie's iPod, she had the Antiques Roadshow theme tune. And so she was like, I remember she had a fag in her mouth and she like threw a fag down. She was like, this will be funny. And she goes over to the tent with these lads in that had helped us put the tent up. And she puts the CD player like under the tent and then presses play on the Antiques Roadshow theme tune. So at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's like the Antiques Roadshow theme tune is blasting through this campsite. But what was brilliant is these lads were so pissed that one of them in the tent was like, because they were all like fumbling about, you could hear them being like, what the fuck? And one of them went, oh, sorry lads, I think it's my alarm. But yeah, we had a great time that weekend.
She brought that to 2013, so the middle of the camp, we had a little boomboxy sort of CD player that you get from Argos with big batteries in it and putting CDs on. That's how.
Do you remember? I don't know, because I think you weren't so good. I think you'd had a bit of a funny turn, hadn't you? One of the nights, and I think it was that night, and we got you back to the tent, and we were all sat outside waiting for you to like come to, and we were all sat there singing "Seal," "Kiss from a Rose."
Yeah, we'd planned on a big party, hadn't we? And I had a hypo.
You had a hypo.
I didn't know where I was.
No, you didn't.
So the Sunday rolls around.
The Sunday did roll around.
So again, 19 years old. You just get on with it, don't you?
Yeah.
So again, some nice, very classic rock day. So it's a very old school festival, apart from the Saturday, really. So I mean, if you're into the old school, you've got Ricky Warwick, you've got FM, Saxon, Cinderella, Slash, Billy Idol, Motorhead, Stone Temple Pilots, Aerosmith. You've also got thrown in there Airborne, Steel Panther, Zebrahead on the 3rd, Jim Jones Review, another classic rocky band, Suicidal Tendencies, Napalm Death.
Napalm
3 Inches of Blood. That's a great lineup, that.
It was.
However, the heavens opened.
The rain came. So it had been beautiful all weekend. Like, it had been absolutely glorious. I was sunburned. So it was, and I don't think it had rained an awful lot on the lead up to the festival. So the ground was very dry, which is, I say that for a reason.
Right.
Because I remember we were watching Billy Idol on the main stage on that hill. And we looked over to where RIP is now, over that side.
Yeah.
And it was a wall of black. And I don't mean like on one side it's bright blue sunshine and it is like black, like what we're wearing, like our hood is just this wall of black. And we were like, oh my God. I had this huge poncho in my bag. So I put this poncho on, which spread all around me. And I was like, I'm just sitting here, and we were sat watching Billy Idol. And my God, did the heavens open. My God, it was...
I've seen footage, actually.
Like a monsoon.
Yeah.
But I think because the ground was so dry, it just flooded. So within, like, instantly, it felt like you were just wading through water.
Just water.
So yeah, the place completely flooded. I remember we went to watch Steel Panther. Emma wanted to watch Steel Panther, so we went over a second to watch Steel Panther, and me and Jodie stood under like a burger van on one of like the food vendors to keep out of the rain. And we watched Steel Panther. And Emma, bless her, because it had been so hot and so nice, she had little dolly shoes on. So it was like slipping. She might as well have been barefoot, like slipping and sliding everywhere. She also had like a waterproof on that was like a zip up waterproof, which was like shower proof. So she was soaking wet. And we were absolutely soaked. And we were like, do you know what? Let's go back to the tent. Let's dry off. Let's get changed. Let's wait for this, and then we'll come back for Aerosmith. So we go back to the tent, and when we get to the tent, I'm not sure what had happened, if someone had fallen on the tent or if just the water, but half of the tent was just ripped completely open, so it just collapsed, and it was Jodie's side, so everything was soaking, everything was wet, and we were like, fuck. Luckily Jodie was very sensible, as much as she was a bit of a partier, and because she had to drive on the Monday, didn't drink on the Sunday. Right. So we were like, right, let's pack up. we're going to have to drive home tonight because we've got nowhere to sleep.
Yeah.
So we packed up all our stuff, walked to the car park, which is a journey in and of itself. And by the time we got there, we were soaking wet. We had all of our stuff with us. We got in the car and we all sat there for a minute, the three of us, and we were like, how much do you want to watch Aerosmith right now? Like, we were so knackered and so wet. We had nothing dry to get changed into. We knew we had to drive home that night because there was nowhere else for us to go. So we just set off, and the rain was so bad that we were on the motorway for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and Jodie was like, I cannot drive in this. And we had to pull into our services for a couple of hours and wait for it to ease off. It was torrential. So a bit of a anticlimactic way to end like a great weekend up to that point, but a story to tell. And it was, I mean, watching Billy Idol in all that rain was a great experience.
Yeah, it's so, the extremes that download are quite incredible.
In a day, like, I was soaking wet. I remember being in that service station, soaking wet, like freezing cold because I was soaked, and being like, God, my head's killing me. And then Jodie looking at me like, you're sunburned. So I'm like, I'm sunburned, I've got sunstrokes, I've got a killer headache, but I'm also soaked and freezing cold.
Yeah. It just, I mean, we looked at the weather in 23 when it was baking hot, and then Nottingham flooded the day after, or a couple of days after. So, I mean, it can go either way, can't it?
It can, and you've got to just ride it out and be prepared. And we've had, very wet downloads and very hot downloads, and you have a good time at both.
Yeah.
As long as you're prepared and don't wear dolly shoes.
You've got to be mentally prepared as well.
Yeah. It's a lot more tiring in the rain. That's the one thing. It is. You are just physically, you can't sit down as easily. You can't just chill out.
You can't walk around as easy.
You are just fighting through it. So it is a lot more physically exhausting.
Yeah.
But you have a great time.
Ah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ah, amazing. So, I mean, you obviously came back.
I got hooked.
Time and time again.
Yeah. Went back the year after, and the year after that, and the year after that.
Yeah, and It's only been about 4 weeks until we were at Sonosphere, so
yeah, and Sonosphere was hot. If I remember, Sonosphere was very hot. Again, I think I got sunstroke then, because it was very hot.
It was hot. Yeah,
got stung in the eye by a wasp.
Yeah, well, we'll do a Sonosphere episode one time, because that was our first festival as a collective, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, quite the collective. We had some interesting characters.
We did, yeah.
But yeah, definitely got the bug. Now me are talking about it 16 years later.
Yeah, it's one I should have gone. The only reason I didn't, I'd seen AC/DC 3 times the year before. I'd seen them in Dublin, Manchester, and Glasgow, and then they got announced, and I was just in the process of buying a house with Jane. And it was a hard sell. Like, you've already seen them 3 times last year, I think. So,
but it took you a long time to get to download, like, all things considered, because I think your first one was 2013, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2013. Considering I'd been pretty obsessed with going to Donington since I think I was about 6 when Father Christmas brought me Live at Donington by AC/DC. Yeah, on VHS.
Life got in the way.
Yeah, just yeah. So I started going to festivals Day Festival 2001, and that was AC/DC as it goes, and 2005 Leeds, and then I thought, oh God, I'm going to do festivals every year. Then I was skint, I was a student, and then
and life gets in the way. You got married and bought a house.
Yeah, but firmly on board now, of course.
Yeah, now we're RIPing it every year.
Yeah,
like we're made of money.
That's it. Straight on the credit card every year.
Ah, well.
Tomorrow's problem.
It's a holiday.
It is. It is a holiday.
It's a holiday.
We've
and what would we do without it?
Oh no, a big.
What would we talk about?
I know.
We'd all just be sat there like, right?
We spend all year like speculating, planning, thinking of new things to try.
Even like social events, like the group chat being like, we need to get a pre-download catch up together, post-download stuff, get together. It's like it's a big thing for us.
Well, we've formed, like, our local friendships have formed around it. The Discord now is growing, and it's such a nice community, but it's all centered around this one event, and because of that, you branch out to different gigs. You think about, that band that's playing Download's got a new album out, which we'll talk about
Yep.
soon. It kind of becomes this sort of heart of the year.
Yeah, and I do wonder, because maybe it was the lack of social media at the time, because 2010, I think MySpace was over, and it was the days of start of Facebook,
Early
and stuff like
Facebook,
that. But it didn't feel, at least from my experience, it didn't feel like there was that community aspect to tap into. It certainly felt it when you were there,
Yeah.
because that's what I think keeps everyone going back, is like, I went there and you just feel so comfortable and so
Yeah.
at home, and so like, oh, this is why have I not been here before?
Yeah.
You
And
get
like,
that
if you weren't on
immediate
the forums as a
Yeah,
body.
and I wasn't. So it's like, I love that now. I guess it's the upside of social media, is that it makes everyone so connected, and that we do have such a great community around it now.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll have a little another quick pause, and we'll just go through a bit of music news, and well, let's just crack on. Everybody's pressing the button. So first of all, we have got, well, they're almost a classic band, but aren't a classic band. They feel like a classic band, and that is Tail Gunner.
Tail Gunner.
So on Friday, the Tail Gunner released Midnight Blitz, their latest album, on Friday, and it is absolutely brilliant.
Is it good?
It's fantastic. It's produced by KK Downing of Judas Priest, and it is just totally in that wheelhouse. Twin guitar attack, soaring vocals. I mean, Glenn will love it because it's...
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He does. He is. I don't know if he's listened to the new album.
Yeah.
But it's certainly on like playlists, and we've listened to it a lot. He is a big he is really enjoying Tail Gunner because of that, like, sort of very Scorpions-esque
vocals.
Yeah.
And that the latest single, War in Heaven, and Tears in Rain, it's just one great song after another.
Yeah, I need to get it on. It's finding the time to listen to all of the albums and all of the bands and stuff.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot.
Yeah, I have listened to Tail Gunner. She's so good. And I know we're going to get into Women at Download another day, but she's so cool. She's so cool.
It's just incredible talent. I mean, I don't play guitar so much anymore, but I played for a lot of years. And then you look at someone that can play like that, and it's just, you just think, I can't imagine I would have ever got that good, even, no matter how many hours I put in.
Naturally gifted.
Yeah, I mean, and
an awful lot of time and dedication.
And dedication, because you don't want to sell them short by saying it's natural, because she's obviously absolutely worked her ass off for it, but she's just an absolute wizard on it. It's so cool. She missed the start of the tour.
Did she?
I think she had some health issues, but then joined intermittently, and they had a stand-in. But I think she's going to be back.
Good, I hope she's doing all right.
Yeah,
because we'll definitely be there in June, and it'd be great to see her. So I hope she's all right.
Yeah, it's a must-see set, that one.
Yeah, definitely. Where do we think they'll be?
Yeah, I don't know. They'd be a good second stage band.
They would be.
Where like the Warning were.
Yeah.
Back then.
The Warning were really early though. They opened that stage, didn't they? They were the first on. So I feel like maybe middle of the lineup.
I don't know, because I mean they did the Courtyard stage this year.
They seem so much bigger than.
Yeah. I think it's just the quality that makes them seem like that, because
I mean bigger in sort of
production. And, like the videos are all dead good. The album production sounds like a proper veteran sort of band.
I think they'd be good in a tent though. I think you'd get some great atmosphere in there, but I don't know. It'd be interesting
maybe
to see.
hiring Dogtooth. Yeah. I could see him being in that sort of Sophie Lloyd sort of slot.
Yes.
Where we're all stood out waiting for trivia. Also, we've got another new release, and this is by Emma Whitehead. So I've finished The Mark of Amara was the first novel. I finished that. It's absolutely excellent.
It's good.
Yeah, it's it goes from like a nice sort of romantic story, gets a bit raunchy in places, and then suddenly slips into like absolute violence and proper like. Like,
are we talking like fantasy? Are we talking?
It's like a almost noir.
Okay.
But very like a femme fatale sort of thing. So it's a bit of like a feminine revenge story.
Loving the sound of that.
Yeah, and the character Amara's excellent. So she I won't give plots away, but the start, she's, violently, viciously wronged at the start. So it's a revenge tale, but also, she has to rebuild herself back up, meets a group of new people and pushes on to start claiming revenge on these people. And yeah, you go from there's bits of love story in there, and it's, oh, this is nice, and then you're like, holy shit, something happens that it does proper pulls the rug from under you, and there's some proper heart stopping moments in it. So
I'll have to put it on my Goodreads TBR.
Oh yeah, so she Emma has released The Wrath of Amara, the second of the trilogy. So I haven't started it yet, but I am keen to. And she's currently writing the third book, which is called The Tower Has Fallen. So yeah, get onto Amazon and get reading that. You can get it on your Kindle. You can get a hard copy sent through as well. So
Nice.
Yeah, well done, Emma. Excellent stuff. A little bit more, a bit of negativity again, but turned into positivity by our friend Hannah from Rockfit. And the Rockfit, we love the Rockfit groups.
We do.
I think the people who run them classes, you see them all over Download. You see them obviously doing the classes at Download. They've been getting quite a lot of shit online. Just twats in the comment, basically.
Aren't people boring?
Yeah.
Aren't they just boring?
Yeah.
My thing of, we were talking about this and I can't remember why. I think we were in our group chat and something else had come up about people leaving comments and stuff. And I just think happy people don't do that.
No.
Misery loves company.
Yeah.
And no well-adjusted person is sat at home spending their free time just trolling and giving people shit online. People who are just creating joy and happiness. It's just boring. A
lot of it seems to stem into this age-old misconception of size equals fitness.
Oh yeah.
And that's it's definitely true in the Rockfit thing, because they get slated for being different shapes, different sizes, and then Rockfit posted pictures of people that are a curvier body type, a broader body type, pulling an ambulance. Do you know what I mean? Fit as anything. And me and Johnny went on the Saturday to the Rockfit class. I'm a skinny bloke, but I'm not a fit bloke at all. So I went in and there's people of all shapes and sizes absolutely smashing it. Sweating, they're absolutely giving it hell. Man, I was blowing after two songs. And so that's fitness. And it's a positive thing to get people back exercising to the music they like, forming communities and stuff like that. So if you're then going to rock up and give people shit online, just
and I think
have a word.
It's such a, funnily enough, there's pictures that you've found of me and Jodie, but me, back from 2010 when we were teenagers, and I was not in great shape and I was a lot bigger. And one of the things is it's really, really scary when you're out of shape, bigger, unfit, whatever you want to call it. It can be really, really scary to go into a gym and do any sort of fitness classes. It's such a hard thing to do when you're so self-conscious because of knobheads saying things like that.
Yeah.
And they're not going to say it to your face.
No.
But it's always in the back of your head being everyone's looking at me, everyone's laughing at me. And so for the Rockfit sort of team to use the space that we all have as a community to allow people that sort of safety and that comfort to go in with like-minded people, with people that they feel safe and comfortable with because they have this shared love of metal and music. And, maybe it kickstarts a journey for them where they get into fitness. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just something that they want to do for fun every week and it makes them happy. But for people to sit behind their computers and give people shit, one about their size and their shape and the way they look, but also about a community that's been created. All right, show us what you look like.
Yeah.
Show us what you're doing for your community. Stop being boring.
Yeah, it is boring. However, and credit to Hannah, she has co-opted some of the abuse and turned it into Rockfit posts. So yeah, one of them was a load of moshers dancing to music that makes your ears bleed and things like that. And she'd put, "Don't threaten me with a good time." So yeah, big credit to Hannah and the Rockfit team.
How original! oh, you listen to shit music.
I know, like we haven't had that since we were teenagers.
Yeah, like, right, yeah. Tell a lot of metalheads and goths that you don't like the music.
Yeah.
That's novel.
Yeah, what a surprise. So yeah, good on Rockfit for that. And more local to us, we have our mate Rob from the meeting place that he turns into the metal place, has got a good, a great run actually of tribute nights and some original nights. So we had Kerrang last weekend. We've also got another one this weekend where it's a Green Day and Rage Against the Machine tribute. So we've got Green Fake, our friends that we spoke to last year, and we've got Rage UK. The 20th of March, they've got Slipknot tribute and System of a Down by Chop Suey, who are excellent. We've seen them before. They've then got the Metal Place Club Night on the 5th of April. And they've got the Offspring tribute and Sum 41, who are called Sum 41, just spelled differently, on the 25th. They're both excellent as well. We've seen them before. We've got on the 15th of May, Reanimation, which is a Linkin Park tribute, supported by Eternal Autumn. And then, a big one for us, we've got Hacktivist, Dwelled, and Grobbling on the Ballistics on the 24th of July.
Yep.
So, excellent work there, Rob. So,
it's so good. Again, talk about community. What a great community that we've got here in Barrow with the metal place.
Yeah, it's building up really nicely. It's a great night. Whatever you go and see there,
it is always a good night.
Some great original nights and some great tribute nights.
Yeah,
it's
already got our tickets for Hacktivist.
That'd be great. That I'm on a cruise, I think. Yep, I'm on a cruise. Bloody hell, I have planned my holidays terribly this year.
Yeah, you really have.
So, there we go. Another episode of the LoadDown Podcast, mate. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Yeah, it was good to catch up. I can't believe we chat every day on groups on WhatsApp or whatever, so I can't believe it's been that long.
I know, I was thinking, oh, it must have been the live podcast, but I was like, no, we went to Ice Nine Kills, which was, we went all through Christmas and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice. It's good.
Hopefully get Kate back on soon as well. Hopefully. She's feeling a bit better. Yeah. She's not doing so well at the moment, but she's on the mend.
She is on the mend. So yeah, hopefully she can we do a pre-download episode with us all together.
Yeah, it'd be good because she hasn't been on since, God, I can't even remember.
Did we do one? I think we did one, like a post-download one, didn't we?
Yes.
Where we all got together.
Just what? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's been a really long time, but she's on the mend now.
Yeah, it's been in the wars and hope Seb's doing well and Johnny will be back.
Yeah, hope little Seb's okay.
We may have a week off next week. We're not 100%. It'll just depend on how Johnny's getting on, but we may have a half-term break. Yeah, thanks a lot, everybody, and we will see you again soon. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
This is the LoadDown